So this was a very interesting story because I ended up finding a secret base which I had no intention of finding. You can all see it was a standard Minecraft world, and I wasn't really thinking about Cash or Nico or anyone in the Minecraft world. I was simply just looking and exploring, since I only really had a stone pickaxe and I didn't really have much in my inventory. But as luck would have it, as I was walking around, I did eventually stumble across a weird villager, and you can all see that he was just simply standing out in the open. Now, I did think it was super weird that a villager was just out in the open when I was actually, somewhat looking for cash, when eventually I found something really interesting. As you can all see at the bottom left of the image, there was some kind of strange picture. I wasn't even sure how this picture was even in the game, but what was crazy was that it was an image of Cash himself. Now, he didn't really seem to be doing much, it wasn't like he was kidnapped, but what was crazy about the image was that Cash was actually looking as if he was standing nearby. And what was even crazier was when I spoke to the villager, he gave me a lot of information. When I first said hello to him, he said hello to me, and then I said I saw someone red go into the wall. And he then said, "I'm so confused." Now, of course, without the picture, you're probably going to be confused as to what he's saying. Then he said, "Who is he?" He was with a blue character. That's when I knew the blue character that he's usually with is someone called Nico. I'm guessing that they're both quite close friends, considering that they're pretty much always together. Then I said, "What did you see?" And he said, "I took a picture of them." And then he didn't really say much after that. He just simply repeated his words. So I was guessing that this was essentially the picture he took of Nico. Now, what was interesting about this picture, something that I actually noticed, was that the picture he took of Cash was the same exact biome that we are standing in right now. Which means that if he took this picture of Cash, it is likely that he took this picture somewhere near here. And if I could match up the design, then perhaps I could find out exactly where he took it from. So in this picture, I noticed that at the back there are 3 pillars of grass and then stone on the right hand side. So all I needed to do nearby was look around to see if there were 3 pillars of grass and stone on the right hand side, which there was right there, as you can all see. So now I knew that this was definitely going to be something that I could explore. So I decided to look around even more and to see exactly what I could find. And whilst I was looking around, I did actually see a sign which said Cash Secret Base. Now this was confusing because if it is a secret base, why would you say Cash Secret Base? Surely you would have destroyed this. So maybe he made a mistake, and I did actually go ahead and destroy this for him because I was thinking that if you are Cash, then maybe you are going to be thanking me. Now the villagers didn't seem that enthusiastic as he wasn't really looking at me, but I did see 2 pressure plates, and as soon as I stood on them, the dirt revealed a very awesome secret base, and I honestly have to give props for this design because this one was really cool. So as I entered the secret base, I didn't really know what to expect. I actually was quite scared, but then as I came down, I noticed that there was a picture of the baby Cash on the wall. It definitely was quite adorable, but I didn't really have too many torches, so I couldn't see exactly what was going on. I just needed to figure out exactly what was going on down here and see what I could figure out at all. So as I was continually going down, there were more pictures of baby Cash, and I was wondering if this was a normal secret base or maybe it was a kind of weird secret base. I honestly had no idea because I didn't know what to expect. And as I went down, I saw more pictures. I even saw one picture where Cash was furious. I wasn't really sure if someone had actually bitten his dog, but it looked as if he was really angry, and it looked like someone had somehow damaged his dog and he was actually defending his dog from whatever there was. So I was like, okay, this is something absolutely crazy. I need to get to the bottom of this right now. Now when I came down here, I was definitely quite scared because it looked as if there was some kind of vault and I didn't really know what was going on. So I decided that if this was some kind of secret vault that I couldn't go open, then I would have to head back upstairs. But I decided that, you know what, let me give it a look. Let me give it a try, and I'm going to try and enter the code. So I did try and enter some kind of code, and as luck would have it, voila, I was inside Cash's secret vault. Now this is where things got super interesting because I didn't exactly see Cash straight away. Although I did see a giant picture of him, what I did actually see was a villager standing there. He actually turned around straight away and actually looked at me. It was definitely super scary because I didn't exactly know what the villager's intentions were. Did he want to kill me? Did he want to strike me? But as I struck a conversation with him, he said, "Hello, who are you?" Now, this question, of course, made sense because I just entered the secret base and he'd clearly never seen me before. But after saying, "Who are you?" he said Cash wasn't expecting any guests. And I was like, well, that makes sense because it's his secret base and I don't even know Cash. So I decided to ask him another question, and he said, well, I'm going to allow you to proceed, but just don't touch anything or I will attack you. Now, this was definitely quite scary because if he was going to attack me, the only thing I had to protect myself was with a stone pickaxe, and I knew that I was going to be in some kind of trouble if he did attack me. So that was not something I wanted to do. So I decided to look around the secret base, and I noticed that Cash's bedroom was here. Upon entering Cash's bedroom, I noticed that there was a small picture of Cash where he was actually crying. This was actually quite concerning, considering that Cash is a very, very rich Minecraft player. I mean, he's mined tons of diamonds, so why would he be crying? So I decided, as long as the villager wasn't looking, to close the doors quickly and rummage around in his chest. That way I could see if there were any clues as to where he was, because I noticed quickly that Cash wasn't actually here. I don't know where he was or what he was doing, but he wasn't in his room. So I gave it a think and gave it a thought, and I thought, okay, maybe he's clearly outside, or maybe he's just somewhere nearby, because, you know, as per usual, people aren't always in their secret bases. But the villager did say he wasn't experiencing any secret bases. Now, I knew the secret base wasn't just this small, so I decided to go ahead and look around to see exactly what more was inside there, because as you guys can see, this giant picture definitely meant that Cash was in here somewhere. So as I went into the second room, this is where things got super duper interesting. I actually made it to Cash's YouTube workstation. As you can all see, this was the area that Cash actually worked on his YouTube channels. Now, this was really cool because I could actually sit in the chair and see exactly what he was working on. As you can all see, I could actually see his recently uploaded videos, such as what he's drawing in Minecraft, Cash Has No Emotions, his 100 pranks, and Who Killed Jumbo Josh, and it was actually really, really cool. Now, this was really, really cool to be able to see this and browse on the web, because of course there were many different images that I could see, and I didn't really know exactly what to expect. So as I was on this secret base area, I noticed that there was Cash and YouTube's Nico studio. Now, this was actually really cool because of course, as you guys know, Cash and Nico are always together. Now, when I opened the chest, I wasn't even surprised. I saw many different laptops that I could easily place around. I'm guessing that these laptops were mobile workstations for them running their YouTube channel and for them to play various video games on. And then that was pretty cool. On another laptop, there was definitely a bunch of computer code that I didn't really understand, and I'm guessing that it was somehow used to run their YouTube channel, which is definitely really cool. So I decided to put some of the laptops away and continue looking around. Now, upon first glance, it would seem that that would simply be it, but of course I decided to look around a bit more, and I noticed something rather strange. There were two strange blocks of gravel that just seemed very out of place. So I decided to look around and see what this secret gravel was potentially doing. So once I decided to actually destroy the gravel, that's when things actually started to kick off, because as I opened it, there was a secret area, and immediately I was confused. But upon entering it, it was Nico's secret room. This was truly crazy. Nico had a secret room in Cash's secret base, and I wasn't even sure if he even knew about it. So as you can all see right here, this was where Nico had come in, and I decided to talk to Nico to see exactly what was going on. But of course, you guys can all see, things were really strange. He said that Cash had been acting strange recently, and that was all he said. He said that I haven't even seen him at all. And then he also said, it's so crazy, where is he? Cash has been acting so strange. Have you seen him? Now, of course, I hadn't actually seen Cash. I was very confused, and I didn't know what on earth I was going to find. I was just so confused. I had no clue what I would find anywhere. So I decided to look around and see if I could potentially find any clues as to where Cash was. Then once I opened Cash's chest, I knew exactly what was going on because I saw Nicos' secret diary, and this is where things even got more interesting. So I decided to read Nicos' diary, and what he said was so incredible. He said Cash has been acting strange lately. He's been coming home from the secret base at odd hours. I'm not sure what has happened to him. Maybe something is wrong with him. I may need to go and check. So it was clear that Nico was having problems with the Cash, and he didn't really know what the problems were. So he decided to document it in his diary. So I was like, okay, clearly something is wrong with Cash, and clearly something has Nico spooked. So I need to go figure out exactly what is wrong with Cash, and maybe I can figure out some clues by looking in his room. Now, at first glance, I did not see absolutely anything wrong with any of these rooms, and I didn't think of any secret spots until I went back in the room and I gave it a closer look. So I decided to look around and see exactly what I could find. I looked at the corners, I looked at the ground, I looked at the seals, I looked at the floors, and then I decided that, you know what, might as well start destroying stuff because that's probably the only way I'm going to find anything. So I destroyed one chest. That was pretty cool. I decided to sit in the bed to see exactly what was going on, and then decided to leave the bed because of course there's nothing in it. Decided to destroy the bed, and this is when things got super interesting. the moment I decided to destroy this chest, this is when I found something crazy. You guys can see that there was a trapdoor right here. That was pretty cool. So I decided to go ahead and open this up and see exactly what was down here. Now, upon going down here, I was quite scared because it was made out of stone brick. So I was thinking that potentially this could be some kind of prison. And I was kind of right, because upon going down there, I found Cash, but I did also find a secret version of Cash himself, which didn't really make sense, but at the same time, it was truly scary. As you can all see, this version of Cash was very different, and he had red eyes. And when I spoke to Cash, he told me a bit about it. He said, "Hello, Jusmc. Can you see the problem? I've mutated to become a .exe, and I don't even know how this happened. I need to be very careful." So you can all see that this was definitely very crazy, and I didn't even know how on earth this happened, but somehow there was a mutated version. Now I decided to see just how aggressive this version was, and the moment I came to the glass, it immediately struck me. And I guess I decided at that point that the Cash secret base, although it was pretty cool, I decided that yeah, I don't want to be around some secret mutant, even though as long as Cash is okay, I was going to leave that secret base as quick as possible, because of course, even though the story wasn't over, I decided that at this very moment, I didn't want anything to do with that secret base anymore.